now he moves on. He moves on to the another mountain peak. That mountain peak has the palace of Ravana. It has the palace of Ravana, and it is very well guarded. It is guarded by so many people. So many sets of people are guarding that place. And Hanuman finds a very in a very tactful manner, he enters that palace and he looks into he gets into the inner chambers of Ravana's Lanka. If Lanka was this beautiful, imagine how beautiful should Ravana's palace be. Ravana's palace is 5 to 6 times more glorious than the other places in Lanka.
How tall is Ravana's palace?
Ravana's palace is also very tall.
Probably like 100 feet.
No, they said it is half a yojana tall. Half a yojana. Yojana means.
So you're talking 500 feet.
It may be an exaggeration, but it is extremely tall. It's very, very tall. That's what it means. And then he enters, he looks around. He is looking at beautiful couches made out of silk. They are beautifully again decorated with the best of the silk available, and everything is beautiful. Nothing is of a normal stature. I know. Or chair which comes. Nothing is small. Nothing is at a stage which is mediocre. Everything is beautiful. Everything is expensive. Everything is amazing to look at. That is how it looks. That is how Ravana's Lanka is looking. And then he enters into the inner chambers and the bedrooms of Ravana's Lanka. In the bedrooms and it is past midnight, it is dark. Everybody is sleeping now. In the inner chambers of Ravana's Lanka, the place looks like there was a huge party that went on until now. And people, they enjoyed so much, they had so much of liquor, they had so much of fun, and they just fell asleep on the grounds like that. And there was this Ravana who is decorated with so much of jewelry. He's having beautiful and very beautifully tinted pearls on his body as necklaces. His this, what do you call this, crown, kiritam. It is slightly misplaced because he was drunk and he was just lying on the couch and he fell asleep. And there is so much of beautifully, there are amazing smelling flowers all around. There is sandalwood paste that is used to decorate people, to put on to smear on their bodies and all that. There are so many musical instruments that were played at the party, and all the women who played, they were just holding their instrument and they fell asleep because they were intoxicated. They were intoxicated by the liquors. So much of food was there. So much of cooked meat was there. Some people had it. Some people did not eat anything. Some people, some of the food was not even touched. But everything was there, and there was an elaborate bar sitting there. There was a bar set up inside the inner chambers of Ravana, and that it has so much of liquor made out of honey, liquor made out of different kinds of substances. Everything was ready to be served to these people. So that is it speaks. What does it say? What kind of person Ravana is?
A person who likes to be fun.
Yeah.
A person who's like very rich and likes to use his money for things that he likes.
Yeah. Yes.
If they're all drunk, he's insane.
Yeah. He drinks to a point where he becomes insane.
A greedy person.
He is also a greedy person, yes, because all those women in those chambers, right, they were lifted from others, they were others' wives. Just like he abducted Seetha, he abducted a lot of other women as well. And those women were serving him there, playing instruments for him there. Because they figured that there is no way to get out of Lanka. Either their husbands were killed or they were put in a prison. They know for the fact that they are not strong enough to really fight against Ravana. So what's the point? If I don't listen to this guy, he's also going to put me in prison. So rather I'll listen to him, because there is no other hope for me in life. I should either die or succumb to his pressures. So there are women who chose to live like that. Yes. You had a question you raised. He's a very bad person. He steals from others. You need to be louder.
He's cruel, he's terrible, and he's just very, very bad.
Yes.
He's a person who wants to enjoy his life and like wants everything good for him, even though it means bad for others.
Correct.
Like his own
Correct.
family.
Right.
He's a person who just wants things that like he doesn't need.
Yeah.
He's a person who just wastes his money on random stuff.
No, he is not wasting his money on random stuff. He is just exercising his power and bringing his enjoyment is of his foremost interest. He doesn't care about others' feelings. He doesn't care. Anything that is beautiful should belong to him or should die. And he's basically into women, so much into women. That is his nature, and that is the quality. That is the reason for his downfall. Yeah.
One of his major quality is jealousy.
Yes, he's also a jealous person. He cannot see anybody else having beautiful things. Be it Lanka. Lanka was belonging to Kubera. He couldn't stand that. He waged a war with him and he threw him out of Lanka. And he abducted so many women, right? Nothing. He whatever he sets his eye on, he needs it the next minute. That is the kind of person. He's very cruel by nature. Yeah.
He's the kind of person who acts like abducting women is like the only thing he wants.
Yeah, if to gain power over people, he doesn't even he doesn't care if he has to overpower, abduct, or do anything of that nature. Yeah.
And also, he's the kind of person that like doesn't deserve the throne.
Yeah.
So like he's annoying.
Beyond annoying. Annoying is a very
Like
small
annoying.
thing. He's not annoying. He's very cruel. He's a horrible person.
This doesn't relate to the topic, but does Vishwamitra have Vasishta's cow right now?
No.
Like they have
Vishwamitra is over that. Vishwamitra now realized that okay, that cow belongs to Vasishta and I cannot have it. That is why he became Brahmarshi, right? And in the process, he had to overcome a lot of his negative feelings, his jealousy, his greediness, all those things he had to overcome. But Ravana did not put any effort to overcome any of his bad qualities. Rather, he cannot be schooled. He cannot be taught good behaviors versus bad behaviors. That is why he needs to be punished. And Rama is all set to punish Ravana. And these are the qualities. And he has been given multiple chances to change, right? Because Sita is constantly telling him, you cannot do this to me. You will be killed one day. But he is not listening. Well, today before we end, we will also talk about the conversation that happens between Ravana and Sita. Okay, let us proceed in the story. Now, Hanuman is still in the palace. Hanuman has to go and find Sita. Hanuman finds Sita in this episode. Let's proceed. Now we understand the qualities and character of Ravana. He is not a nice guy. He cannot be schooled. He can only be punished. Okay, we understood all that. Then, Hanuman sees all that. And Hanuman also sees another couch which was little secluded and away from all the other women, Ravana himself and all the other things. And he finds another lady there who's sleeping on that. And she seems to be very beautiful, very well dressed and very sane. Not like other women who are intoxicated with liquor and just falling on the ground wherever they're fallen, they're sleeping. It's not like that.
Is that Mandodari?
Yeah, that is Mandodari. But he thinks it is Sita for a moment. For a moment, he thinks it is Sita. He doesn't know. Hanuman has not seen Sita yet, right? How does he know whether somebody is Sita or somebody is Mandodari? So he is immediately thinking, oh, I found Sita. Because he is looking for her. While he is also assessing the environment there, he is also looking for her. And his first hope of finding Sita is within the inner chambers of Ravana. Because anybody would think that Ravana would abduct her and keep her somewhere in the palace, right? So he thought that it was Mandodari was none other than Sita. But then he looks keenly and then he realizes, no, it's not Sita, because none of the physical features that were explained to me by Rama matches with this woman. And she's peaceful. She's happily sleeping. Sita, she's missing Rama at this moment. And she's someone who doesn't leave the path of righteousness. So she's a very chaste lady. So with all those qualities, Sita must be sulking in pain now. She must be sorrow. She must be terrified. But this lady is not like that. So she's probably not Sita. And he's completely convinced that it is not Sita and it is Mandodari. And then he leaves that place. okay, I have got a vision of this place, and he's also in his heart of hearts happy that Sita was not there, because he doesn't want Sita in that kind of environment, right? He doesn't want to Sita. He doesn't want to see Sita in that environment. And then he's now at this point of time he's depressed, because he had a lot of hope until then. He thought that he'll be able to find Sita in those inner chambers, and then he goes to the other areas of palace also. This is the bedroom section of the palace. He goes to the other places where kitchen or some of the drawing room, living room kind of places, right? He goes and visits all those places. Nowhere else he sees Sita.